What is happening, and welcome to another Photography Talk episode 157. And friends, well, it's been a slow week in the news this week. There's no major camera announcements or exciting rumors to share, but there are some interesting industry tidbits worthy of a quick discussion. In today's Photography Talk episode, we'll also take a look at the latest firmware update for the Canon R5 and the R6, and we'll also take a first look at the new RODE VideoMicro II. Now, is this a worthy successor to the incredible VideoMicro? Well, we're going to find out here momentarily. We'll also take a chat about the upcoming technologies from Sony that could drastically change how we create photos. And it's pretty exciting stuff for sure. Now we'll get to all the news here in a moment, but first friends, look, every single week we put a video like this together full of small little bite-sized news nuggets that keep you informed as far as what is happening in the industry. And of course, as I always do at this time of the video, if you find some value with these videos, there's that YouTube algorithm that really digs it, and hell, so do we when you crush the hell out of that like button. So sure would appreciate you considering that. That said, friends, let's shift gears and get into this week's headlines. Now, if you've been part of this channel for any period of time, you likely know that I have a Canon R5 and an R6, and I will say both of these cameras have been incredibly impressive cameras for photography as well as video. But on the video side, the 30-minute recording limit it's a little bit of a letdown. Now, I seldom need to exceed that limit, so for me personally, that 30 minutes is more than enough. But I do know a lot of photographers and videographers that are really restricted in what they can do in that 30-minute recording time limit. So you can imagine how excited I was to hear that the R5 and R6 was getting yet another firmware update. Now, this update is v.1.7.0. Now, this was released just a few days ago, and many Canon shooters had hoped that this would include a new recording limit. Sadly to say, it did not. Now, in fact, the firmware update focuses on minor bug fixes and fixing a rare issue in which the camera wouldn't operate normally when shooting small objects. Now, we'll have to wait for a future update to lift that 30-minute recording limit. Well, hopefully. But having said that, this is just the latest in the long string of updates that have come out over the years for both of these cameras. And while the R5 and the R6 are both, a couple years old now, neither one of these feels like an old camera. It's actually kind of weird to say that, since the R5 Mark II is coming and the R6 Mark II is already here. At any rate, I'm sure Canon will keep the firmware updates coming, and perhaps someday, please Canon, we'll get longer recording times. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know I'm a huge fan of RODE mics. Literally, it's all the mics that I have are pretty much RODE. I really love these mics, and I've tested a lot of other mics as well, but at the end of the day, RODE mic. RODE mic, RODE mic. There's two over there, RODE mics all over the place. These mics are well built, they're performed beautifully, and for my needs, they are absolutely a big home run, and these things are reasonably priced. And there's a new mic that has joined their lineup. Now, a little over a week ago, RODE released the VideoMicro II, and I got my hands on this sucker. And friends, this thing is true to form. RODE has, again, knocked it out of the park with smart updates that really make the VideoMicro II a quality upgrade from the original VideoMicro. Now, this mic only costs $79, yet you get all sorts of features that really, truly give this mic a professional feel. Additionally, it has a supercar diode polar pattern that enables highly directional focused sound, while the foam and furry windshields minimize distracting noise. Of course, you comes with a dead cat, and you have the little foamy deal right here. This thing is, man, look at that thing right there. Now, as you'd expect, this little guy is built like a tank as well. Now, the Helix isolation mount offers excellent protection against accidental bumps, and the all-metal construction on this thing really is rugged enough for recording in adverse conditions. And I've said this many times before, RODE really knows how to make a killer mic, and the VideoMicro II definitely looks the part. Now, I'll have a complete review of this bad boy here in the oncoming weeks, once I've had a little bit more time to get out there, play around with this thing, and field test this thing thoroughly. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now, in the meantime, check the description below to get yourself a RODE VideoMicro II. Now, it's not often companies like Sony pull back the curtain on their research and development division, but recently, well, the camera giant offered a glimpse as far as what is to come. Now, we already have artificial intelligence in cameras, but Sony hopes to expand its use in future camera systems. So, for example, Sony wants to use AI and deep learning models to minimize digital imperfections like blur and noise. Now, to do so, Sony is training AI by processing thousands of images that it can detect what images are supposed to look like. And when an image has imperfections like noise, for example, the AI algorithm can decide the best way to correct the problem. Now, this technology will also be available for video as well as audio applications. Now, another exciting advancement is a new time-to-flight sensor that uses laser system to track a subject's movement in real time. Now, this type of tracking system is extremely highly accurate and can detect extremely minor movements. And while this technology appears to be heading to Sony's smartphone sensors, it would be a nice addition to APS-C and full-frame cameras as well. And if you think about the advancements that have taken place, geez, just in the last couple of years, it's very exciting to think about what's ahead for photographers, and Sony's headed in the right direction. I'm sure Canon and Nikon and others are developing their own interesting future technologies as well, and as cliche as it sounds, man, it's a great time to be a photographer. Last but not least, I want to shift gears and talk about our current giveaway. Friends, we have 3 excellent prizes up for the grab this month. We have the Vanguard Veo 3 265 travel tripod. We have a 16x20 canvas print from canvasprints.com. And of course, the $100 Amazon gift card. And as always, entering the giveaway is really simple. Step 1, friend, you gotta like this video and you need to subscribe to the channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So by all means, get watching some more of the videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on Photography Talk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you happen to register on the site during one of the last giveaways, you're still eligible to win. But as I keep saying over and over again, swing and by, say hello, post some new photos. We would love to see it. And that is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on Photography Talk or how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck, and actually, one last thing before I go jumping out of here. If you enjoy this sort of content, be sure to head over to Photography Talk, sign up for an account. It's free to do so, and it gives you access to literally thousands of photography-related articles on the site, including news articles about camera gear, photography tutorials, and much, much more. So, hell, take a moment, sign up for an account, and get access to material that will help you take your best shot. And friends, that's all I have here for you. Photography Talk episode 157 is done, and it is in the bag. As always, friends, look, I'm honored every single week that I get to get in front of you. I'm honored that you've trusted me with a few minutes of your time, and you've sat through and supported this channel by watching this video. Friend, thank you very much. And now that said, before I get jumping up here, I am going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that like button, the subscribe button, and hit for all notifications. So every time that we come out with a new video, just like the one that you just watched here, well, YouTube's going to notify you and we get to see each other once again. And that is a good thing. So friend, I'm going to be tuning out here. So you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.